Welcome back to another episode of Adventure Life here in the 613 area code, which is Ontario, Canada. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chris and I like to share my outdoor adventures. Most of my content is around camping, which is my passion, or maybe it's an obsession, a bit of a gearhead. In a lot of my videos, I talk about the camping gear that I use depending on the time of year. I camp rain, shine, and even in the snow. I do camp in the winter as well. And I also talk about the clothing that I'm using in those elements as well. So that's why we're here today. I'm going to give you my honest review about these winter gloves. Ski gloves, alpine gloves, whatever you want to call them, about these gloves in particular. The reason being, one, they're relatively expensive. Two, I just purchased some new glove liners to replace the ones that are in here, and I recently did a waterproof coating on them. So that's what this episode is about. I'm going to tell you if I think you should spend the money and get a pair of these gloves, if they're worth it, and how to properly take care and maintain them. All right, let's just get right into it. So the cost and what is the brand? These gloves retail for about $200 Canadian. When I purchased them 2 years ago, they were on sale for 30% off, so I saved $60. Plus I had a gift card for, I think, 50 bucks. So maybe I paid about $100 for them, which is pretty good. The brand of these gloves is Black Diamond. It has a little print on here. I don't know if you can see the Black Diamond. Black Diamond, the company Black Diamond, they do a lot of technical equipment. So alpine gear, rock climbing, ice climbing. I have quite a few of their products that I use for that aspect. I don't have too much of the clothing type items. These gloves, my little black beanie that I'm wearing all the time. I don't think I have anything else as far as clothing goes. I've had these gloves for 2 years. I wear them all the time for all of my activities. Skiing, snowshoeing, shoveling the laneway. Doesn't matter what it is. From late fall until the spring, I wear these on a regular basis. These are goat leather. You can see the palm, so these are real leather. There is a little bit of padding on the knuckles. Then you have some of the synthetic here, and the gauntlet is synthetic, okay? They're waterproof, but the glove itself is not waterproof. It's the liner that's waterproof. All of my previous ski gloves or winter gloves, whether or not they had a removable liner, which is great, but the waterproof part of it was in the glove itself. That is not the case with these, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. The nice thing with these ones, they have Velcro around the cuff. I'll pull these out. And it's a combination of fleece, and you can see a little bit of a pile type here, and the insulation is PrimaLoft. This is what makes the glove waterproof. So when I take this liner out of this shell, this is not waterproof, even though I treat it to help it be a little more water repellent. So if you take this liner out and you have these and these get soaked, your hands are getting wet. This is where you're getting the water repellency. The fabric is made by Gore-Tex. So you can see right here, pretty well known name as far as waterproof breathable fabrics, Gore-Tex. So this is your waterproof insulating layer, is the liner. You can see the leather here reinforced on the palm and on the inside of the thumb and finger. That's if you're doing a lot of rope work or you're working with tools, then it's helped to have the gloves last longer, so it's doubled up on here. And then this is just a regular synthetic gauntlet, the part that goes up above your jacket, so the cuff right here, okay? So about a week ago, I ended up getting a new set of glove liners. The reason being, I realized when we've had some really cold temperatures, if you know Ontario, Canada, we get down to -20, -30 degrees Celsius. In those colder temperatures, I found that these gloves were not keeping my hands as warm as they were when they were new, which is pretty typical with any kind of gloves, especially if you wear them a lot. The insulation is going to pack down, it's going to lose that warmth. After researching and trying to find the replacement liner, from the company itself, from Black Diamond, you can't purchase this exact glove liner for this glove. So the glove liners that I did replace them with are from Mountain Equipment Co-op. These ones are called the T3, the warmest liner. They have a T1, T2, T3. So these ones are the warmest, and these ones have a waterproof coating. They're not waterproof as in a Gore-Tex layer, but they're very water resistant, we'll say. I went into the store, I brought my gloves because I wanted to actually try the liners inside the glove to make sure that I had the right fit. It wasn't too tight or too bulky, and just to make sure that it was proper. Also, these glove liners were on sale for 30 or 40% off. I got them for $25 Canadian, I believe. Original liners have a band of Velcro. So when you put them into the glove, it Velcros into it and holds them in place. And the one thing that I find is, you know, sometimes if your hands get a little bit sweaty and you go to pull your hands out, you pull part of the liner. And so that's one of the downfalls with this one. It doesn't come with the Velcro, it's just a generic liner. I'm gonna stitch a couple of little tabs on here so that when these are in and I pull my hands out, I'm not pulling the liners right out. I have to hold like one of the fingertips, okay? And when you go to put your hand into the glove, it sort of pushes the liner in. Not a big deal, really. But as far as the warmth and the comfort, my goodness, the difference is incredible. We've had some pretty cold days here in Ontario and out walking the dogs and everything, and my hands have been completely warm with the new liners in here. So other than the liners, what I've also done to help maintain the gear is I've done a little bit of a waterproof treatment. And when I bought these gloves, they came with a little pack of Nikwax. Now I got a little plastic tab on there to keep it closed, otherwise it's going to dry out. And this is more like almost like a paste or a cream rather than a spray, and I'll talk about that in just a second. So you get this little pouch, and I've treated these 2 times last season, and then I just did a second treatment of them this season, and I have about maybe half of the little packet left here. Once you open this, if you don't seal it properly, this is just going to harden right up and it's not going to be any use to you. What I found to be the easiest way when you're going to apply this cream, just pour some of it into the palm and then use the gloves themselves to work it in rather than using a rag to try to do it. And then you can work all of the fingers and the palms. The outside on the top here, I'm not too worried about. It's mainly the palms and the fingers. This one is what I'm going to use for my garments. So my waterproof jacket, my pants, you can even use this to spray onto the fly of your tent. So those types of fabrics, that's where this liquid spray is going to work better than it would on here. One of the benefits of having a full leather palm rather than synthetic is you still have a grip if these get wet, whereas a lot of the synthetic palms or synthetic gloves, they can be very slippery. So if you're using a shovel or any kind of gear, you can't get a good grip on it. Whereas with the leather, even if it's soaking wet, covered in snow, doesn't matter what it is, you still have a really good grip. These have a very good dexterity, so I don't have to take my gloves off if I'm trying to tie knots and using ropes and carabiners and all of that stuff. You can see the wear and tear after 2 years. They're holding up very well. Oh, nice warm tea on actually it's a pretty beautiful winter day today. Real quick, a couple of pros and cons, and would I purchase these again? The pros, they're very durable. I like the full leather palm. These are very well constructed gloves. I like that it has really easy tabs to pull the cuff on, pull the other tab on the other side, and then it loosens off. There is a little clip, so you can clip these together to hang them up if you want. Another pro about these gloves is it does have the Velcro. There's the little tab right there to secure them in place. Yeah, waterproof, breathable, leather, comfortable, good dexterity. Cons: one, you can't get the exact replacement liner. I've researched it. If anybody knows of anywhere that you can, even at Black Diamond's website themselves, they have liners, but they don't have this exact liner. So that's one of the cons. I would say that's probably it. When you're looking to get a good quality pair of waterproof, breathable, ski winter gloves, you're going to be spending more than $100 anyways. $120, $130, up to $200. You know, for myself, if you've seen, I'm all about technical gear. It's sort of my background for years. And for me, it's an investment because I'm going to stay warm, I'm going to stay dry, I'm going to be comfortable, and I don't have to take my gloves off to do a lot of the activities because I can actually use these. They have great dexterity. So for me, yes, it's an investment, but I think that they are worth paying the money. So yes, I would. Full price, I would invest and buy these gloves again, because at this rate, I still have several years of use with these. And now that I've got these brand new thick glove liners, I'm good to go. The snow is really starting to pick up. You can probably see here, which is awesome because it's a beautiful day. And that's it. So I hope this was a helpful video. The Black Diamond Guide glove, I'm gonna give it a 2 thumbs up on this one, because in all of my years, this is the best pair of gloves that I have owned. Thanks for watching, and of course, I will see you on the next adventure.